Don't forget the doc. Several network participants recently called into Dr. Rick Wright's Old School Sundays radio show. Check this out.
I tell you, I was in Washington, D.C. the other day and a couple of weekends ago, and in fact, Sunday, 2 weeks ago, and I was down on Constitution Avenue along with Reuben Wright III, man, and the rest of the family, and we were watching the Boy Scouts of America parade go by. And little did I know that a couple of blocks over, with all those thousands of people watching the Boy Scouts of America parade, big-time Washington, D.C. show in hot weather, none other than the super king of all media, George Kilpatrick, was right down the street. Hey, George.
Hey, Doc, what's going on?
It's nice that we didn't connect, man. Washington would have probably blown up, man.
Well, they wasn't ready for that, man. They just wasn't ready for that. You know, I got my smoky hot dog when I was down there, and had my family. We had a nice time just taking in some of the landmarks while we were down in Woodbridge, Virginia, visiting family.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, I cannot believe that the super king of all media, the king of the Omega Sci-Fi fraternity, was only a block or so away from his old poor brother, Dr. Rick Wright, man, in Washington, D.C. And I was having a great time. In fact, George, you know, I went into the Museum of American History, which is right across the street there on Constitution Avenue. After we had, of course, the parade was still going on. It was like 101 degrees. Everybody was swimming in that big fountain in front of the museum. And I went in, man, and of course we stayed in most of the afternoon checking out all of that incredible American history exhibits. And in fact, at the time I was in there, the big storm hit D.C., and I didn't realize a big storm had hit, man.
Man, I was in the car. Next thing you know, the skies got dark, and the wind started kicking up.
Yeah.
The Boy Scouts were running, and I was in the car, man, and that rain was coming down, and the temperature dropped like 30 degrees.
Oh, man, I didn't know that was even happening because I was, inside, again, the Museum of American History on Constitution Avenue. In fact, about the time the storm hit, I was at they have the actual counter that the four brothers from the North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, our frat brothers, sat down at, man, creating the sit-in movement. And that actual lunch counter is in the museum. And there were two beautiful sisters, man, giving a actual skit of what happened in that 1960-61 era of American history, man. And the storm was happening outside, and I didn't even know it, man. And when I came out, the storm was over. And I was listening to WTOP News Radio there in Washington, D.C., and they were talking about all the power outages.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
In fact, I found out that, I had some family down there. They were out without power for about 2 days down in D.C.
Oh, man, yeah. And then I left and drove up to Northwest D.C., took Wisconsin, went through Georgetown, and grabbed Wisconsin Avenue, went up into Northwest Washington, and went out where I used to hang out and work, man, at WRC, WKYS, NBC Radio on Nebraska Avenue, and found one of them real super expensive restaurants. You know where I'm coming from, George?
I know what you're saying.
And had a dinner, and everybody was talking about the power was out. And I said, wow, I'm from Syracuse, New York, man, where, everything is always out in the wintertime, but we can handle it, man, and we never let things happen. But, again, it was nice knowing you were in D.C., man, Washington.
Taking care of business. Well, I got a senior coming up next year, so we went up to Howard University to check that out a little bit, and it was a good time down there, Doc. But I know that since you were there, everything was all right.
Oh, I had a great time. In fact, I got up to Howard, too, and having been on faculty at Howard University, I wanted to show Reuben Frederick Douglass Hall at Howard University, right off of Georgia Avenue, where I taught a class in Introduction to Mass Communications back in the early 1970s, man, and check out the library. So I was on campus at Howard looking at it, man, and taking it all in, and checking out Dr. Charles Drew, man, his dormitory, named after our great brother of the Omega Sci-Fi fraternity who discovered blood plasma, man,
Blood plasma, that's right. You know what? I got to give a big shout-out, of course. I know you've been giving him a big up all day, but congratulations to number 44.
Oh, yes. In
Floyd
fact,
Little.
oh man, I've been calling this a Floyd Little Superstar Hall of Fame weekend here at Old School Sunday and Power 106.9. Hey, Deborah Green looked nice last night, didn't she, man?
Boy, Green was getting her props on national television.
Man, home from Syracuse looked like a movie star. Hey, Bobby Green, your daughter was kicking last night. And, of course, Bobby Green is the father-in-law of Floyd Little.
Floyd gave a great speech last night. He thanked everybody, gave a big shout-out to Syracuse and to the Vice President, Joe Biden, and the Syracuse family. Syracuse was well represented, and really congratulations to someone who really deserves it. And here's another shout-out. I want to give a big shout-out to Lee Kitt, who's keeping everything connected on the Newhouse Black and Latino Network. Big shout-out. The brother works hard. And I just want to give him some props as well.
Lee Kitt down in New York City. We love you. Lee will be up about 6 o'clock today on Old School Sunday, doing his thing here at Power 106.9. Today's R&B and Old School. Hey, George, I enjoyed being on your show on News Radio 570, WSYR, the George Kilpatrick Show, the super king of all media. And, George, every time I go around, I got to my Bill Clinton impersonation here, man. Every time I go around town, man, people talking about Dr. Rick, George Kilpatrick, man.
Listen, a lot of
all
people
over the city.
Well, you know, a lot of people would be when they're on the show. You know, the things that we have to talk about and bring up are things that aren't discussed, and we have to make sure that we talk about what's really happening and not allow ourselves to be marginalized with some of the issues that come up.
Well, George, you are the super king of all media. Love you, frat. You are the real deal, man. And your family is great. You have made an incredible contribution to Syracuse, man, New York, and Central New York, man. And by the way, George, I love that. What's that Business Minute you do on Channel 3, man?
Yeah, man. The Central New York. I get a lot of love for the Business Minute. We try to keep you abreast of what's happening all across the community. Yeah, that's every night on Channel 6. Channel 3 and WCNY, and of course every night at 6:30, the award-winning Central Issues, talking about the issues that you're concerned about. 6:30 every night. We're just trying to, you know what, Rick? I'm just trying to hang with you, brother.
Well, George, I tell you what, man, I'm just looking at the clock here, man, and Clear Channel Radio, Mr. Joel LaMonaco, our great leader, and Rick Yakabush, man. You know what? They need more money along with Barbara Miller, man. So, hey, George, check with me later, man.
I sure will, Doc. Take care, man.
All right, the super king of all media, George Kilpatrick, number one for fun, number one for information, number one for everything. And George, was nice seeing you jazz in the city at Duncan Bright and the Blacklight. Hey, by the way, the Blacklights will be up today at 4 o'clock live here in the studios of Power 106.9 Radio. Check you later, George. Showtime.
Yeah, Doc.
We moved our time.
All right, so get to all the Syracuse University alums throughout the world. Checking out Dr. Rick Wright, Power 106.9 Old School Sunday. On a big bad Sunday afternoon, Dr. Rick Wright live and well in Syracuse here at Power 106.9 Radio. Do it.
The network reminds you that you too may call in to Dr. Rick Wright on Sundays between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check in with the doc at area code 315-428-1069. Don't forget the doc.